Welcome to Practice English Fast. In today's video, we'll be tackling CELPIP Speaking Task 1, which is giving advice. This task asks you to give advice in a clear and organized way, and we'll show you exactly how to do that using a simple template. CELPIP Task 1 requires you to give advice on a given situation, and you'll have 90 seconds to respond. But don't worry, with the right template, you can structure your answer perfectly every time. Let's take an example. Imagine you're chatting with a friend named Alex. Alex has recently been offered a new job in a different city and is considering whether to move or stay where they are. He's asked you for advice on what they should do. In this video, we'll show you how to give clear and structured advice using a simple template. This will help Alex make an informed decision. Here's the template we'll use to structure our response. It's divided into 5 parts: an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. This template helps you stay organized and ensures you cover all necessary points. Let's take a look at a sample question. Your friend asked you for advice. They're considering moving to a new city for a job opportunity. Give your friend advice on whether they should move or not. We'll use our template to answer this question. Now, let's fill in the template with our answer to the question. Hi Alex, it's great to hear from you. I went through something similar not too long ago and learned a lot from that experience. In my opinion, the best advice I can give you is to carefully consider both the pros and cons of moving. Weighing all factors thoroughly will help you make a well-informed decision. Firstly, I believe that moving to a new city could be a great opportunity for growth because it allows you to experience new environments and cultures. This can be really enriching and provide new professional and personal experiences. Secondly, staying in the current city is important as it provides stability, which is crucial, especially if you have a family or an established network here. It's often easier to stay where you already have a strong support system. Lastly, considering the cost of living in the new city can make a difference because it might be higher. This could impact your quality of life and budget, so it's important to evaluate whether the potential benefits outweigh these costs. To wrap things up, think about how moving might help you grow personally and how it fits with your current need for stability. Take your time to really think it through and decide what's best for you. I hope this advice helps, and remember, I'm here if you need anything else. Now, we'll break down the structure of this response, from the greeting to the conclusion, and give you sample sentences to help you get started. Let's begin with the introduction. To start your conversation, you can greet your friend in a natural and friendly way. It's important to set a relaxed tone right from the beginning. Or use an imaginary name or act as if you're talking to someone you know, a friend, family member, etc. For instance, you could say something like, "Hey Alex, how have you been?" This makes the conversation feel personal and engaging. Let's see a few other sample sentences. First one is, "Hey Alex, how have you been?" You could try saying it like this instead. "Hi Alex, I hope you're doing well." You might also consider saying, "Hello Alex, it's been a while. I'm glad we could chat." An alternative expression would be, "Hi Alex, I heard you needed some advice." Here's another way to put it. "Hey Alex, what's up? I'm here to help." Mention how you got to know about their problem. If they specifically asked you for advice, here are some sample sentences you can use. "I know you've asked for my advice regarding issue. You mentioned that you're struggling with issue and I'd like to help. You asked me about issue and I've been thinking about it. You reached out to me for advice on issue and I have some thoughts. Since you wanted my opinion on issue, I'm happy to share my perspective. However, if there's no mention of how you got to know about the problem in the question, you can say something like this. I heard from mutual friend that you're dealing with issue. I got to know from family member that you're having a tough time with issue. I came across your situation with issue, and I wanted to offer some advice. It seems like you're facing issue, and I'd like to help. I've been thinking about you and how you might be handling issue. Remember, these opening lines are crucial as they set the tone for your advice and make it clear why you're involved in the conversation. Explain why you're giving advice. When you start giving advice, it's important to create a personal connection to the issue. This helps the listener understand that your advice comes from a place of experience and empathy. Here are some sample sentences you can use to explain why you're offering your advice. Sample sentences. I was in the same boat 2 years ago, so I understand what you're going through. As you know, I did this last summer, so I've been through it. I faced a similar situation not too long ago, and I learned a lot from it. I've dealt with something like this before, and it wasn't easy. Remember when I went through this? I want to help you avoid the mistakes I made. Using these phrases, you can effectively convey your personal connection to the situation, making your advice more relatable and impactful. Provide the advice. First advice. Let's start with your first piece of advice. Here are some sample sentences you can use to introduce your advice. Sample sentence 1. First, I would suggest that you advice. This is important because reason. Sample sentence 2. My first piece of advice is to advice. If you do this, positive outcome. Now, let's look at an example. Example. First, I would suggest that you take a break and clear your mind. This is important because when you're overwhelmed, it's hard to make the right decision. Second advice. Next, you'll want to move on to your second piece of advice. Here are some ways to phrase it. Sample sentence 1. Another thing you might want to consider is advice. This will help because reason. Sample sentence 2. Secondly, I recommend that you advice. By doing this, you can positive outcome. Here's an example for your second advice. Example. Another thing you might want to consider is talking to someone who has been through this before. This will help because they can provide you with valuable insights and guidance. Third advice, optional. If you have a third piece of advice, here's how you can introduce it. Sample sentence 1. Finally, it might be a good idea to advice. This could make a big difference by positive outcome. Sample sentence 2. Lastly, don't forget to advice. This will ensure that positive outcome. And here's an example. Example. Finally, it might be a good idea to make a pros and cons list. This could make a big difference by giving you a clear perspective on what to do next. Remember, after giving your advice, always tie it back to why this advice is important and how it will benefit the person you're advising. This not only strengthens your response, but also helps the listener see the value in your suggestions. That's how you can structure your advice in a clear and organized way. By following these steps, you'll be able to provide meaningful and helpful guidance in any situation. As we wrap up, let's finish with a strong conclusion and an offer of support for your friend. Here are some ways you can do that. Sample sentences. I hope this advice helps, and remember, I'm here if you need anything else. I'm confident that you'll make the right choice, and I'm always here if you need further support. Good luck with everything, and don't hesitate to reach out if you need more advice. I believe in you, and if you need to talk more, just let me know. Take care, and I'm here to help whenever you need it. These closing lines are key to ensuring your friend feels supported and understood, no matter what advice you give. Always end on a positive note, offering help if they need it. That's how you wrap up your advice with care and encouragement. Remember to practice these phrases and see which one feels most natural to you. They're great for any situation where you're giving advice. Remember, the more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Now that you're ready to tackle CELPIP Task 1, giving advice, and you've learned how to structure your response effectively, let's put that knowledge to use with another example. We'll follow the same template to ensure clarity and organization in your answers. Question: your colleague is unsure whether they should take an online course to improve their skills or stick with their current job and focus on gaining experience. Give your colleague advice on what they should do. Let's look at the answer. Hi Taylor, it's great to hear from you. I went through something similar not too long ago and learned a lot from that experience. I know you're considering whether to take an online course to improve your skills or continue focusing on gaining experience in your current job. In my opinion, the best advice I can give you is to carefully evaluate both options and consider how each aligns with your long-term career goals. Firstly, I believe that taking the online course could be a great opportunity for growth because it will provide you with new skills and knowledge that are highly relevant to your field. This can make you more competitive in the job market and open up new career opportunities. Secondly, sticking with your current job is important as it allows you to gain hands-on experience and build on the skills you already have. Experience is valuable, especially if you're looking to advance within your current organization or industry. It's often easier to move up when you have a strong track record in your current role. Lastly, considering the time and financial investment required for the online course can make a difference because it might be significant. This could impact your budget and daily schedule, so it's important to weigh whether the potential benefits of the course justify these costs and disruptions. To sum up, consider how the online course could boost your skills and career while fitting with your current job and budget. Take your time to decide what's best for you. I hope this advice helps, and remember, I'm here if you need anything else. To recap, our template helps you organize your thoughts and provide a clear, structured response. Practice using this template with different questions to build your confidence. Before we close, let me give you a question to practice on your own. Use the template we've discussed and share your example in the comments section below. Feel free to use the example sentences provided in this video and be creative with your responses. Here's your practice question. Question: your friend is deciding whether to take a weekend trip to relax or spend the time catching up on work. Give your friend advice on what they should do. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more CELPIP tips and practice materials. Check out our other videos to keep improving your English speaking skills. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your CELPIP preparation.